Hello and welcome back to the iHeat YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the 10 benefits of a Combi boiler. First things first though, what's a Combi boiler? Unlike conventional boilers, Combi boilers or combination boilers actually link together a home central heating and water heating. A Combi takes its water from the mains and heats up as it is needed. It's on demand and there is no waiting times for it to be hot. It's instantaneous hot water. After detecting a hot water request, the Combi boiler fires up and starts burning gas in the combustion chamber. The hot gas then rises through a series of pipes into a component called the heat exchanger. The hot gas running through the exchanger then heats up the surrounding cold water. In a conventional boiler system, this is done through a much different process through programs where it comes on at a certain time and goes off at a certain time. So you'd have the hot water in a tank, an external tank somewhere in your attic, and that'd heat up and heat that water for a day. This means you'd have to program it to come on at a certain time so that the water is hot for when it is needed. For example, in the mornings when you have a shower, or at night time when you're washing up from tea. With a Combi boiler, it is instantaneous, on demand, when you want it, which is far better for those lives that don't stick to a certain program. The number one benefit of a Combi boiler is the compact size. Many boilers that you can see are a lot more compact than what you used to get with conventional boilers. This would normally consist of a normal system boiler in an airing cupboard with a massive tank holding your water and loads of pipes going here, there and everywhere. With the Combi boiler, it's an all-in-one unit and takes the water from the mains, so there's no need for an external tank. And in most cases, there is already a pump inside the boiler, which is enough to run the components inside the house, depending on how many radiators you've got. In some extreme cases, you might need an external vessel and an external pump for giant houses, but for the majority of people, a Combi boiler is all you need. And as it's so compact, it can just go into a cupboard or even in a kitchen cupboard, which is what I've got at home. It fits in, you wouldn't know it's there. And it makes it very appealing to the eye, depending on which model you get. Models such as the Worcester 4000, for example, can just be on display in your house because it is such a pretty boiler and quite a centerpiece to most homes. The number two benefit is the efficiency of the boiler. It is well known that Combi boilers are very efficient compared to other boilers. In fact, if you compare a G-rated boiler to an A-rated Combi boiler, these days can save you up to £840 on your yearly energy bills, which at the moment is a crazy saving. One of the main reasons why they are so efficient is because the water is heated on demand. There's no wasted water getting heated up all day in a big tank just to never be used. Let's say you're only having a 2-minute shower, that full tank's got to heat up just so you can have that 2-minute shower. Whereas with the Combi, just what you need is what you use, and that's what's get heated. It's very efficient and can save you a lot of money over a year. Number three comes down to water pressure. As we've mentioned, the Combi boilers take water straight from the mains, which means it is using its own pressure. There's no need for another pump to pump that water out of the tank. It's just high pressure, which is great for those homes with multiple bathrooms and that actually want really good pressure in your water, on the showers, in the sinks, in your bath. You want your bath to fill up quick. You want your shower to be powerful. You want your taps to be nice and powerful. A Combi boiler is for you. Just to clarify, a new Combi boiler isn't going to change your terrible water pressure into good water pressure if that's just how your area is. If your area has bad water pressure, that is how it's going to stay, unfortunately. However, with a brand new Combi boiler, your hot water pressure can improve. This means that the current boiler inside your property is actually decreasing the pressure through filters or different pipes or valves. There's many different factors that can make your hot water pressure decrease, which a brand new Combi boiler can fix. This links into the number four benefit, which is speed. As it is so instantaneous, when you turn on the tap, the hot water comes out because the Combi boiler heats up on demand. There is no waiting around for your water to get hot, which is so boring, waiting for your bath an extra hour or so. This is straight away, nice and hot, and it also means that it can heat up your home as well, which in these winter months that we've had recently, it is great to get your house nice and warm as soon as you come home or 15 minutes before you get home. You can turn your boiler on the way home from work, and by the time you're home, it's a nice toasty house, which is the best feeling in the world. Number five is that it is very clean. Yet again, the water is straight from the mains, which means there's no tank inside your home. This means that the water that comes out of the taps is very clean, as it is not stored in a big tank with rust, debris, all sorts of sludge clogging up the pipes, anywhere like that, which means the water is extremely clean. Number six is that Combi boilers are easy to install when compared to other type of boilers. As it is just a whole in-one compact system, it can be as easy as coming in, taking the old boiler off, lifting the new one on, putting the pipes up, and we're all done. This isn't an easy job by any means, but it makes it a lot easier than having to put in an extra tank, some sort of pump, all sorts of different parts, as it's just a one unit on the wall, and in most cases just pipe up and plug in. Are you in the market for a new boiler and you want a nice, easy, stress-free install? Head to iheat.co.uk to get an instant quote. We can be there the next day to install your brand new boiler. What are you waiting for? Next up is that combi boilers are easy to repair. As they are nice and new, and every home pretty much has one in the UK, it makes it very easy to get parts and a lot cheaper than getting parts for older boilers that may need repairing. Companies such as Worcester, Wiesmann, Ideal, there's so many companies out there, they all have different stocks of different parts, which we can actually fit on the day. If we get to a job and there needs a part replacing, check out the merchants, there's normally one in every town or city. We can get a new part nice and easy, which makes them quite easy to repair. God forbid anything goes wrong with your combi boiler, at least you know that it'd be quite easy to repair and get the parts nice and easy. Next up is convenience. A combi boiler can add a lot of convenience to your life, especially in mine as well. I do work from home sometimes. If you do have an old boiler which works to a program, you can't just get home and the hot water be hot. You have to do it within a certain range of time. So if I wanted to go home at 2 o'clock on a random day, just completely off the hook, I could turn my combi boiler on, get hot water by opening a tap. Nice and easy. However, with an old system, if I came home at 2 o'clock, I'd have to sit around and wait for my program to kick in before I could start using hot water again. I know some systems you better press a boost button or turn it on manually, but it's just a lot more convenient and easier with a combi boiler. There's no need to think or process, just turn the tap on, hot water comes out. Due to the modern capabilities of a combi boiler, it can also be used with many smart technologies. We use stuff like Nest, Hive, there's loads of different thermostats out there, but this combi boiler is a lot easier to integrate because they're basically newer and more up to date. You can get more features out of a combi boiler with a smart thermostat, and which is why it is great to have one. With how modern and futuristic these guys have become, you can actually get these diagnosed remotely with companies like Wiesmann, and you can also find out notifications on your phone to see what it's going up to, how it's going, what temperature it's on. You can turn it off from the beach in Spain, you can turn it on from down the road. Anywhere in the world these days, you can actually turn on your heating system with a combi boiler by using these smart technologies. It's a great feature. So finally, all these points have been heading to one-stop shop, and that is that it can save you money in the long term. All these points, convenience, efficiency, pressure, it's all about saving you money. If you've got a high pressure system coming in, you don't need to have a shower for as long because you're not waiting for that water to get onto your hair. A lot of these things are all coming together so that we can save you money with a combi boiler. As stated before, it does save up to £840 a year in your energy bills, which right now is exactly what everyone wants. So check out our website, go see how much combi boiler would be for your exact home. It does change between, kilowatts for different sized bedrooms and bathrooms and yada, yada, yada. Go check out iheat.co.uk, get a quote today, and we can be there tomorrow to install your brand new boiler. This has been top 10 benefits of a combi boiler. Thank you very much for watching. This has been iHeat.